Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to show you how to utilize your Elgato Stream Deck to control Waves MultiRack. As you can see, I've got my multi-rack session lined up here, and I've got my Stream Deck configure panel lined up here. One thing that you have to know with the Stream Deck, and it tells you this when it's in the box, you do have to download a software to program the actual device. I don't know what that. I don't have it off the top of my head right now, but it's in with the box, and it tells you where to go and whatnot and what to do. So, a couple of the basic things about Stream Deck is you can program different profiles for different applications. So I've got a few different profiles already created here, obviously to utilize it with different applications. Like I've got one for tracks, I've got one for multi-rack. I've got kind of a deck home, which kind of takes me or has like navigation to all of my different profiles. Yeah, and then I've got one for like launching different apps and stuff like that. Things that I use more often than other apps. Just nice quick key to get there. But today, since we're focusing primarily on multi-rack, I've already got a multi-rack test profile that I've set up. And so we're going to go back into configure. And one more real quick thing about preferences. So if you are using this for like gaming or streaming or something like that, they have an accounts tab where you can actually go in and add your different platform accounts like Twitch or YouTube or something like that. I don't really stream my games all that often. Actually, not really at all. So I don't really have a need for that. I just more use it for the productivity and the productivity. And then you can go into general, which you can set your sleep settings, your name of your Stream Deck, the brightness of the buttons on the device, all sorts of fun stuff like that. But back to configure. So we're going to go to, for all intents and purposes, I've created a test profile for this video since I've already got my other multi-rack profile programmed. And then over on the right here, let's get this preferences window out. Over on the right, you can see that we have some different applications that have already kind of came out with integration for the Stream Deck. Not everybody's really on board with it yet. So this is where the whole knowing how to program the hotkeys comes into play. So we're going to go down to System, and we're going to select the hotkey tab there. And I'm going to do a couple of the more difficult, if you can really say that, hotkeys in multi-rack, just because it's just a little quirky. So we're going to add two hotkeys, and we're going to name this one. We're going to do the snapshot automation hotkeys. So we're going to do this one, previous snap, snap, and then this one over here, we're going to do next. Jeez, can't type today. And then to assign a hotkey to these buttons on your Stream Deck, you're going to click the hotkey text box there. Or actually, well, normally you would click the hotkey text box if it's like a quick, like a save option or an add rack option or something like that. But since this is a 3-key hotkey, it's a little more complicated than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the drop-down menu, and then for next snapshot, we're going to hold Shift, Command, and then we're going to go to the Others tab here, and we're going to choose period, Shift, Command, period. That correlates to the hotkey for your next snapshot. So we'll click that, and then so that button is programmed for that hotkey, and then for the previous snapshot, we are going to go. I have to remember what the hotkey is for it. Yeah, that's what it is. Duh. So it's going to be, again, hold down Shift, Command, go to Others, and this one's going to be the Shift Command comma. And that will program those two buttons to switch in between your different snapshots. As you can see right here, I've already got a couple of snapshots, just, some ones that I just created for purposes of this video. And by pressing, I don't know if you can hear it on the mic, but by pressing the buttons, I'm able to switch between the different snapshots. Makes it super easy, at least in my opinion. That way I'm not having to, grab a mouse during my show or something like that, look over at a screen and make sure I'm choosing the right snapshot. I can just start at the top of the set and then just go forth as the songs progress. There's a couple other things that you can do that are pretty quick and pretty intuitive with it. Like one of my favorites is the view modes. So I can actually program by using hotkeys. We can program to the different view modes. So like for this one, we'll do this one. Let's do this one as overview. How about that? So label that overview. Okay, and then I know I just had it up at F5. So we go, and since it's a function key on this one, again, you'll choose the drop-down menu there. Go to F keys, F5, and then go back to multi-rack. And if I hit overview on my Stream Deck, I now go to my my session overview. And to get out of that, you have to have we'll program a button to go back to main view. So main view is F4, so we'll just do this main. Again, hit the drop down menu, go to F keys, F4, and now we can go back to main view. So it's pretty simple, just not exactly the most outright way of how to program. Like, it doesn't tell you kind of how to program it. You kind of have to figure it out, but once you figure one of them out, they're all going to be so much simpler. It took me a little longer than I'd like to admit to kind of figure this out, because I'm not exactly the most computers heavy person in the world. Then what else was there? Oh, yeah. So if we go back up to our preferences menu here, and we'll just quick key that in there, go back over to profiles, I can actually select. So right here it says Stream Deck will automatically switch to this profile when the Stream Deck app window is closed and the following application is in the foreground. So we'll choose multi-rack sound grid. And what, oh, nope, that's right, there's already one there. So, like, for instance, if this window was closed and I were to tab between, like, a couple different applications that had buttons programmed onto my Stream Deck, my Stream Deck would follow along with me tabbing applications. So I'm not having to go back to my home page, switch profiles, and do all that. It just follows right along with me as I'm moving through. Another cool thing that you can do, and I found this out last night, is you can actually connect your mobile device. See, yeah, you can actually connect, mine's not on right now, so I guess it's off Wi-Fi or something like that, but you can actually connect your mobile device, and it is a subscription-based payment. So I think it's $25 a year or $3 a month, or something like that, if I remember correctly. But there's a 3-day trial period before that goes into effect, so you're not having to buy it outright at the very start of what you want to use it. You can kind of give it a test drive and see if it's something you actually want to do. But it basically turns your phone into another Stream Deck, so you can have multiple instances of your Stream Deck and not have to buy 2 Stream Decks, which comes in handy, or it comes in handy if you're, like, say, you take your like you say you're like me, I take my Stream Deck and I put it onto, or I use it with another computer that doesn't have the software installed. It doesn't have the Stream Deck software installed. But since it's already programmed for certain applications, it will still use those hotkeys to run in those applications. So what that means with my iPhone is I can have my Stream Deck running on a computer that has multi-rack running, and for me, I do a lot of live virtual. I do a lot of recording, a lot of live recording, so I can have my Stream Deck that's running my physical Stream Deck on the computer that's running multi-rack, and then I can have my phone running with Tracks Live that is running on my laptop. So yeah, that's just some of the basic things that you can do with the Stream Deck and Waves MultiRack. I hope that this video was a little bit, maybe taught you a little bit of something, and let me know if this is something you guys like in the comments, and maybe we'll see another one more advanced. Thank you.